Hello everyone, it's Dale here. Welcome to the new weekly trading ideas video. Today we are going to cover three trading pairs: the euro, the British pound and the Japanese yen. So let's take a look at it. What you see before you, this is NinjaTrader 8 platform with my custom-made volume profile and VWAP indicators, and this is a 30-minute chart of the euro dollar. What I want to talk about here is a resistance, and that resistance is at 1.1556. It is right here, and it is based on volume profile setup, which is called the volume accumulation setup. Let me show you. So first, what you need to see is a rotation, like for example this one. From that rotation, you need to see a strong trend activity, like this one. What you do next is you wait for the pullback to the beginning of a heavy volume zone, which should be in that rotation. So you actually need to use the volume profile like this to see how the volumes were distributed in that rotation, and then you want to trade from the beginning of that heavy volume zone. As you can see, my resistance is right here. That's more or less the beginning of the heavy volume zone, and now you just wait for the pullback, and when the price hits that level, then go short from there. Because the sellers from here, the sellers who are accumulating their short positions here and who push the price downwards, should become active here again, because this level is important for them, right? We can tell because of the volumes which they placed here. So when the price hits this level, there's a chance that they'll become active and they'll push the price downwards again. Now, additionally to that, there's also one more setup here, and it is a fair value gap. It's highlighted in red, this area, that's a fair value gap. And in a short trade scenario, I like to trade from the beginning of the fair value gap, which is right here. By the way, the fair value gap, that's from Smart Money Concepts. It's basically a 3-candle formation. It's this candle, then this candle, and this candle. You can learn more about the fair value gap in my other videos, but important thing here is that this is the beginning of the fair value gap, also beginning of the heavy volume zone, which is nice confluence, and right now we just wait for that pullback and go short from there. So that's what I plan to do on the euro. One more thing to notice here, and it's not really related to this, but the market opened with pretty big gap right here. And I want to show you how the price reacts to the gap, because usually it has a tendency to close the gap and then make a reaction like this. And this is exactly what happened on the euro, right? So it's not really related to that level I was showing you here, but just wanted to mention that. All right, so that was the euro. Let's now go for the British pound. So on the British pound, we have the same setup as on the euro. By the way, this is the 30-minute chart of the British pound, and in here we also had a rotation followed by a strong setting activity. So again, what you do is you use the volume profile like this to see how the volumes were distributed here, and as you can see, there was a heavy volume zone in this rotation from which the sell started. So what we want to do is wait for the pullback and go short from there, short from that heavy volume zone. The level is at 1.3494, and the reason why I have the level exactly right here is if I zoom this in, you'll see it better. There's also a fair value gap highlighted in red. It's small fair value gap, but it's there. And I like to trade from the beginning of the fair value gap, which is right here at our level. Now again, it's not really related, but on the British pound, there was a gap. Price closed the gap and made a pretty solid reaction to the beginning of that opening gap. So very similar thing as on the euro. All right, so that's for the British pound. The same setup as on the euro. Let's now go for the US dollar Japanese yen. On the US dollar Japanese yen, we have a pretty strong uptrend. It started on Friday, and within this uptrend there was a significant place, which is this one. And it is significant because there were heavy volumes traded here. So what happened here was that buyers were pushing the price upwards, then they were adding to the long positions massively in here, and then the price went even higher. But this heavy volume cluster is very important because a lot of buyers were active here. So if there's a pullback, there's a chance that buyers from here will become active and they'll want to push the price upwards again. This is a setup which I call the trend setup. I trade it when there's a trend, like for example this one. Now you can also notice that there's a little fair value gap here, which is adding strength to that level. By the way, there are actually two fair value gaps, this one and this one. If they are that close to each other, then I look at it as if it was one big fair value gap, right? And it is beginning in here at our level at 145.90. So we just need to wait for that pullback. If it occurs, then take it from there. And again, completely unrelated thing, but there was also opening gap, price closed the gap, and beautiful reaction. See, this is how price is supposed to react to opening gaps like those. So yeah, that's about that. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you like how I trade with volume profile, then don't hesitate and join us in one of my trading courses. Just go to my website. It is at traderdale.com, and if you click this button which says trading course and tools, then it will take you to this page. You scroll down a bit, then in here you can browse my trading education and indicator packs. There's a volume profile pack, order fill pack, view up pack, and smart money pack. You can get those packs separately in here, or if you scroll down a bit, then all of them together in one big combo and for a discounted price. Now, before I wrap the video up, I'd like to announce a winner of a contest we had last time. The prize of the contest were my custom-made volume profile and VWAP indicators for TradingView platform, and right now on your screen you see the name of the person who won in the contest. So congratulations to the winner, and what I'll do next is I'll do another contest for the next week. The only thing that you need to do to participate in this contest is leave a comment below this video, which I'll publish on YouTube, and next week I'll randomly pick one person to win this set of custom-made indicators. So that's about that. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time, and until then, happy trading!